fun house. Couple big names in the fun house. I be in my lane in the fun house. Fully entertained in the fun house. Fun house, fun house, fun house, fun house, fun house, fun house.
Yo people, what's good and welcome back to my channel. Now in the last video, I said to you that I had a big surprise for you. And if you've been watching my stories, then you know exactly what it is. But if you haven't, let me fill you in. So for the past couple of months, I've been working on my own private media studio. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling it the Funhouse. Now, if you just want to see how it turns out, then skip right to the end because you can't bother with the jargon. That's fine. But if you want to see the befores and afters, stick with me. Let's go. Okay, so basically, Corona had hit and I had just started my new YouTube channel, the Joey's Gaming Tech Vault, which I've just changed it from. And at that same time, my wife started working from home and my little man was at home from nursery because the nursery was actually shut. So whilst I'm trying to do these videos, I can't find nowhere to get peace and quiet to be able to record. So I had to do it when they had gone to walks to the shop, or I had to go outside in the car and record in the car. Now, I knew that the quality wasn't the best when it came to doing it this way, so I had to think of a way to change this. So I wrote down a plan, and a couple months later, we was going to be moving house. In the new house, we had a garage. So I was speaking to my wife about making the garage into my media studio. She didn't have no plans for it, so we said that's cool, let's go with it. Now the first thing I had to do was sort out all the electrics because I couldn't put up no walls or no ceiling until the electrics are sorted. So I hit my brother Mick at Electrical Design and he had run some wires through to get the spotlight sorted all out and get some more plug sockets all around the room. And then it was time to start building. Now, I'd looked at a lot of tutorials on how to actually get it done, but it was going to be a madness because I didn't have as many tools as I needed, and I'm the type of person that has to start doing something first to actually learn from it. So if I had completely messed it up from the beginning, I wouldn't even know that I messed it up. So I called in a friend I like to call Uncle Dave, and we got to work. First of all, I had to buy some insulated plasterboard. It was insulated with polystyrene in the back of it, so it was easier than doing the whole stud wall and insulation inside of it. So I got that, and I also got, I think it's called pink fireline board. I got that for the ceiling. And then I had to get a few rolls of insulation for the ceiling as well. I also had to get some adhesive to actually put on the back of the plasterboard and then stick it to the walls. On the first day when we started, we didn't finish the whole room, so when Uncle Dave left, I started filling the walls and that was really long. I had to get some tape and then I had to put a filling mix on top of it to actually be able to fill the holes, and then I had to sand it down. It just was really long, I can't lie to you. So then day 2, we finished plasterboarding the walls and then we started on the ceiling, which we was using a plasterboard crane, but it broke on the first board and it just got long from there. So myself, Uncle Dave and one of my friends, we had to hold the plasterboard whilst Uncle Dave screwed plasterboard screws into the joints in the ceiling to hold them up. After the plasterboard was up on the ceiling, then I went up and I put rolls of insulation on top to insulate the ceiling itself to hold the heat inside of the room, because all that was happening was heat was rising and then going out of the ceiling and it was not staying warm for very long whenever I put the heat in them. So after we finished doing all that, I continued trying to fill the joints, but it just got really long, so I called in a professional. He came along, he plastered the whole wall, ceiling, everything. It was looking perfect. So from there, I was like 3/4 of the way there. So then came the painting. Now, as I started painting, someone must have hit me up on Insta because they saw my stories and they said to me, yo, you gotta water down the paint because you gotta do a mist coat first. I had no idea what they was talking about, so I read up on that. And then I started doing the mist coat on the actual walls. But the problem was that first of all, I had bought some cheap paint from Wix and that just didn't help anything at all. So I did all of that, and as I was touching the walls, then dust started coming off the walls and it just was long. So I figured out it was the actual paint that I bought, and I went and bought some more expensive paint. Came back, done the first coat, done the second coat. The ceiling killed my arms. I don't think humans are supposed to hold their arms up for that long, but I got it done. With all the painting done, and I called in my brothers at Garage Style Limited, and we got some vented floor going. The flooring is so sick, like, because it's still in a garage, then I'm still going to be washing the cars and bringing water hoses through. So when the water actually drops on the floor, then it just goes straight down to the floor, which is still cement. At the same time, because I'm not touching the actual cement in itself, then there's no dust coming above it. And it's easy to clean, so I'm so happy with that. That took them around 2-3 hours, and then after they done the skirting boards, which is incredible, and then they was done. So from there, I had decided that I was going to put RGB strips on the wall. So I put them all around the top of the wall so they manipulate the actual white, because I wanted the wall to be able to shine whatever color I make the RGB strips. And then I was all done. So with great honor, I'd like to say to you all, welcome to the Funhouse.
I be playing games in the funhouse. Couple big names in the funhouse. I be in my lane in the funhouse. Fully entertained in the funhouse. Funhouse, 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 funhouse.
I'll be doing all my new videos on the Funhouse itself. Every new bit of tech I buy for it, all the new installations I put into it, all the games that I'm playing in it, everything like that. It's all about the Funhouse. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be slow progress, but if you'd like to help, then I've got a donation page set up in the link. So I'm really grateful to every single person that's donated so far. You've been incredible. I've also got an Amazon wish list for the things that I'm going to be buying for the Funhouse. So if you feel generous enough to help me, then I'll be grateful for that as well. Look out for new videos on all the updates in the Funhouse. This is going to be a crazy journey, and I'm glad that you're here with me. But that's it for me for this video. So if you liked it, then please don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and press the notifications bell for new updates on the Funhouse. Until next time, I'll speak to you soon.